What's going on YouTube? Budget Gaming here. Today, as you can see, I've got a ton of PS4 games right in front of me. Yes, this is my PS4 collection video. So over here we have PS4 games that are still on my backlog, and then over here we have PS4 games that I've actually completed. The shelf behind me is my completed shelf. So anytime I beat a game, it gets put on the shelf behind me. All these games are on my backlog shelf, which is off to my left over here. So anyway, let's get into this. This is just a ton of PS4 games. I'm worried about the structural integrity of my desk right now. It's kind of like a coffee table with a fold-up desk, or the fold-up top. So, you know, it pulls out and it makes kind of a desk. But I'm worried that the weight of all these PS4 games is going to cause it to collapse. So let's get into this, because it's just a ton of games. I usually try to do these videos in one take. I might pause and actually edit throughout. But anyway, let's get started. First off, we're going to start with some Japanese titles that I've completed. This one is called Aerial Life. I did this on an episode of Hello Japan. It was interesting. Of course, I don't speak Japanese, so I missed out on a lot of the story. But nonetheless, it was really quick, easy trophies. And this Amamane, I want to say that's what this is. I could be wrong. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, you know, sorry. But again, I don't speak Japanese. Moving on, we have 1111 Memories Retold. Now this one is sealed. This is a UK import, as you can see by the PEGI classification label. I did this on a stream as well. I had the downloadable copy, and then I was really impressed with the game. The art style wasn't for everyone, but the story was very interesting, and I liked it, so I decided to import a physical edition of that. All right, we have 7 Days to Die. Yeah, 7 Days to Die. It was a fun game. The graphics on the PS4 leave a lot to be desired, but you know, overall it was a lot of fun. I did get the platinum on this. The platinum is very, very tedious, but I ended up getting it. We have Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed. This, you know, anime style game set in Japan and Akihabara. Again, I don't speak Japanese. If I mispronounced that, I apologize. But it is an interesting game. I didn't finish the like all the stories. Like, there's so many different endings I think that you can get for that. I played through it once. Here we go. Alien Isolation, the Nostromo edition. Alien Isolation was a lot of fun. I played through it. I think I died like one time towards the end, and wasn't even to the alien. So I was really pissed off about that. But overall, it was a good experience. I did get that like used. It was pretty beat up. But you know, that's unfortunate. Like, I haven't found any place that's selling cheap PS4 cases, because the cover art is still fine underneath. It's just the outside case. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I just love the Assassin's Creed games. I've been playing them ever since the first one. I remember when the first one was finally ported to the PS3. Yeah, I just loved it, and yeah, I eventually started collecting and playing through them all. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, again, this one was probably my favorite. Like, I love this time period, the you know, Greek you know, time period. It's just an interesting time period. Yeah, anything Greek or Roman is very interesting to me. So that's my favorite time period in history. Assassin's Creed Origins, another great time period in history. Like the ancient Egyptians, while they're interesting, like, it doesn't appeal to me as much. But nonetheless, this is a really fun game, very expansive open world. lots of great fun assassinating people in Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Unity, this one was like universally panned when it came out. I think they fixed it for the most part, but yeah, it's still, you know, it was worth a playthrough. I got my daughter, she's like fell asleep on the couch. It's like 5 a.m. right now, so if you hear snoring, that's her. That's her. Anyway, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This was, I think, one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds. A lot of fun. I'm really glad to have played it. All right, Battlefield 1. Wow, this was a great game. I did get the platinum on this. It was a lot of fun. Definitely worth a playthrough on this as well. All right, Blair Witch. So this one is sealed. I ordered this from GameStop. I got the pre-order, just because like I was looking for like a Halloween game to stream, and they were like, "Hey, Blair Witch is coming out." And I was like, "I haven't heard of this," so I pre-ordered it. And then they're like, "Hey, we don't have the shipment coming in yet." So they didn't get it to me on the day they were supposed to, but it was on sale on the PSN, so I got the digital copy. Downloaded the digital copy, played it, streamed it. It was a lot of fun. I did 2 streams and I beat the game. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, very interesting. There's some parts that were kind of just really padding out the length of the game, and that, you know, that left a lot to be desired. But, you know, for overall, I think it's a pretty decent game. All right, Bloodborne. So if you guys have seen me stream this, I had a lot of fun with it. I did a plat chat on it. I highly recommend that you guys check that out if you are considering picking this up. Yeah, this right here, I would say, is a PS4 essential. All right, Borderlands, the Handsome Collection. Borderlands, you know, I think the first game was probably the best in the series, in my opinion. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. All right, we have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This one, I mean, I just kind of got it just to play a Call of Duty game. But it was interesting, but not as interesting, and not interesting enough for me to really remember it. Same with Black Ops 3. I think these Call of Duties kind of just were like, you know, just obligatorily put out. So, you know, it's one of those things where I really don't remember the campaign too much. It didn't leave that much of a memory. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. This one I do remember, but for very bad reasons. For whatever reason, my PS4 would just crash all the time with this game. And like I played through like for 5 minutes, popped a trophy, then it crashed. And then I was like, okay, it's got to be the disc. So I returned it, got a new disc. Same thing happened. So I was like, okay, this is the actual game. So for whatever reason, it wasn't playing on my PS4 hardware. But yeah, it was just a nightmare trying to get through this, because it would crash every 5 minutes. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to put it on the easiest setting, and I'm going to just try to get to a checkpoint. And I'd try to get to a checkpoint, and it would crash. And I'd get to another checkpoint, and it would crash. And I'd always just try to get to the next checkpoint before it crashed. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This one I do have the platinum on as well. This was a lot of fun. So in total, I have over 100 platinums. So there's definitely going to be a lot of these games that I do have the platinum on, or at least I'm very close to getting. All right, we have Call of Duty World War II. This one, besides sort of like the zombies trophies, that's all that I'm missing in this. Like the campaign is amazing in my opinion. Anything with Normandy Beach, that like really is like a significant, like that had a significant impact on my childhood growing up. Like I will never forget Medal of Honor Frontline, like the Normandy beach there. Like that was like my introduction to like World War II as a kid. And then like I remember studying about it later and visualizing, okay, yeah, this is how terrible it was to be in this situation. You know, I was like, man, the people that went through that, like, I'm sure they were frightened, but like it takes a lot of bravery to to go and do that. So that always had like a significant impact for me. Days Gone. Wow, this game, again, another one that I have the platinum trophy on. This is an incredible game. I absolutely love it. It was critically panned. I don't know why. Like, I guess there was lots of glitches and stuff, but I had a ton of fun. I streamed this. A lot of the viewers on my stream had a fun time. They gave me challenges like, hey, take on this horde melee only or pistols only. That kind of stuff was really fun. The melee only, like, I didn't think that I was going to get through it at first, but I did, and then it became kind of my preferred method on taking on hordes. Dead Alliance, another one that I have the platinum trophy on. This was, not that great of a game. I don't see, a point in getting that. I would not recommend that one. Deadpool, this was fun. Deadpool's, a great character, but it was a good game, but I don't really have too much to say about that. All right, Death Stranding. Death Stranding is probably, I think this is the last PS4 game that I've completed. Absolutely loved this. The story was amazing. But like the experience of just traveling across the country was very interesting. I would have liked it if there was no BTs in this, like the BTs. Like, I get that you need an enemy, but just trying to struggle against the terrain, I think was like more fun and more interesting. But yeah, it was a great experience. I highly recommend Death Stranding as well. Destiny, I really don't have much to say about this. Along with the sequel, Destiny 2. Really not much to say about Destiny and Destiny 2. They're not really my cup of tea. They're interesting. A lot of people like it. And if you do, there's no problem with it. It's just that's not really the type of game that I enjoy as much. I still beat them, but just really not for me. Doom. This was This was a great game. I loved that I picked it up in this steelbook. I got the steelbook over at a pawn shop in El Paso back when I was in the Army, and this was a lot of fun playing through. All right, Dragon Age Inquisition. This was one of the first PS4 games that I really got into. I remember it was just when I moved to El Paso about 6 years ago, 6 or maybe 7 years ago. It's been a while. But yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition was one of those games. Yeah, I think it was 6 years ago when I was playing this. A lot of fun playing it. I really owe it to this game to go back and try to get the platinum, or at least experience more of the story, like the side quests and stuff. Dying Light was a fun one. The story was interesting. I really can't remember too much of it. Like, again, with all these games, it's really hard to remember every detail about every game. But I do remember that I had a lot of fun with this. In fact, I had a lot of fun with Dying Light: The Following, which, Dying Light: The Following again. The expansion pack, which it was DLC, but yeah, the enhanced edition came with it. Is very interesting. I think I liked the main game more than the DLC, but usually that's the case. Earthfall. This is a game by Gearbox. It really kind of missed the mark. A lot of people kind of just want Left 4 Dead. Like we kind of want just Left 4 Dead 3, but they gave us this. Of course. It's interesting. Like, really, Valve, come on, Left 4 Dead 3. Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim. This is another one that I have the platinum on. Like, I absolutely love Skyrim. Skyrim's one of the best games out there. That's probably why it's on everything, including like Amazon Alexa. But yeah, Skyrim is awesome. All right, Fallout 4. I had a lot of fun with Fallout 4. Very, very interesting game. but yeah, it's just a Fallout game. I think Fallout New Vegas is probably better in my opinion in retrospect. Let's see, we have Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, this game I got a steal. This was a steal for $20 brand new. But yeah, it was a great experience. I absolutely loved playing through this. We have Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. I did a stream for the entire game on this. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, absolutely loved playing through the Ghostbusters on the PS3. So when it remastered, I waited for it to drop to a reasonable price for me. You know, something that was more affordable for my budget, and then I picked it up. God of War. Wow, this was an incredible experience. The end, like, just absolutely blew my mind, especially as you find out more about you know, Kratos' son. But yeah, a lot of fun with that. I really should go back and play that at some point too. Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a Telltale game. You know, it's Telltale and Guardians of the Galaxy. So kind of know what you're getting with that. All right, Hidden Agenda. Speak of a hidden game. This is a hidden gem right here. Hidden Agenda is a great experience if you have some friends over. The story for me was kind of predictable. All of my friends and I like kind of pieced together, and like right away we figured it out. But it's still great experience. All right, we have Homefront: The Revolution, which I have 2 copies of actually. I've got the Steelbook copy. Picked the Steelbook copy up for a very reasonable price. Absolutely love how beautiful this thing is. But yeah, Homefront: The Revolution, interesting game, interesting concept. But yeah, kind of left a lot to be desired. Horizon Zero Dawn. This was a great game. I think I have the platinum on this. I don't think I have all the trophies for the DLC. But yeah, this was a great game. I absolutely loved going through it, and like the story is just incredible. Again, that's kind of another PS4 essential in my opinion. All right, we have Infamous Second Son Limited Edition. I think this was probably my first PS4 game ever. Yeah, absolutely had a ton of fun playing this. I played through this when I was stationed in Korea. And yeah, it was a great game. All right. Jumanji, the video game. So, this is an example of not a great game. I still hope to go through and get the platinum. I'm missing 1 trophy on this, and that's it. And to get the trophy, I have to reach rank 30. It's just so boring and tedious trying to get to rank 30 on this. Like, this game, like, you play through the levels once, you know, okay, leave it at that. That's my recommendation with this game. I would not buy it, wouldn't pick it up. I'd totally pass on it. I just ordered some limited edition or limited run games, blind boxes, and they sent me the limited edition of this. I don't know if it's for PS4 or Switch yet because I haven't opened it, but I really wish I would have gotten something else. Really wanted the Jack Collector's Editions. Jurassic World Evolution. Oh man, I had a lot of fun with this. This reminded me a lot of Operation Genesis. I have Operation Genesis. I'm missing the cover art and the manual, so I have like a loose disc of Operation Genesis for the Xbox, and yeah, it really reminded me of playing through that. Really wanted to try to collect Operation Genesis for the PS2 because I think that I'm like 99% certain that they have a PS2 copy of that. But yeah, that again, this is great game if you're into the sim kind of games, or if you're a Jurassic Park fan. Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 was the game that a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. We were waiting for it on the PS3. Finally came out on the PS4, and it was, you know, it's an incredible experience. Kingdom Hearts is always an incredible experience. I highly recommend playing through the games. The story, you probably aren't gonna remember anything about it. Like, you'll remember the highlights of it, but yeah, it's a very convoluted story. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you're a Marvel vs. Capcom fan, I highly recommend this game. If you're a fighting game fan, yeah, again, highly recommend this. Not really my cup of tea, but again, I played through it, had some fun with it. But it's probably not going to be a game that I go back to over and over again. Just because that's my personal preferences. There's nothing wrong with it as a game. At least in my opinion. Leave in the comments down below why you hated it. Yeah. Anyway, Metal Wolf Chaos XD. So this game, oh man, because I am the president of the United States of America. This game just there's so many like quotes from this game that are just they're too funny. I streamed this game. I highly recommend check out the streams because it was a lot of fun just laughing at the absurdity of that game. All right, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War. Two great games. Highly recommend these. I'm trying to get through. Like, we're already at like 21 minutes, and yeah, Monster Hunter World. Again, another great game. Streamed this a few times. Had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I'm trying to get through these because I'm probably about almost done. You know, I'm like halfway through my PS4 games that I've completed. We'll probably do my other stuff in another video. Murdered Soul Suspect. This was, you know, a very cheap game. It's even cheaper now. If you want to buy it digitally, like, it goes on sale for like $2 all the time. I'd recommend giving it a playthrough, but don't expect too much. Again, you're kind of getting what you pay for with that. We have No Man's Sky for the PS4. No Man's Sky was an experience. Will I probably do it again? No, I probably won't. Again, like, I considered it, because I got the platinum before I considered myself beating the game. So I considered it finished when I got to the center of the galaxy. That's when I considered that I beat the game. But yeah, it was a good experience, very interesting journey, but I'm probably not gonna do it again. Onichambara Z2 Chaos. Onichambara Z2 Chaos. This is an interesting game if you like zombies or scantily clad women. This is probably a game that you might be interested in. It's a fun game. The series is just really absurd and interesting. So yeah, I'd give it a recommendation if you're into weird Japanese titles. I've been trying to collect the Wii Onichambara game, and that's like kind of a nightmare trying to track down. But yeah, I'll eventually find it. We have the Order 1886. This game kind of left a lot of potential on the table. It had potential. It could have been something really great. It was a cinematic experience. That's how I would describe this game. This game is a cinematic experience. All right, we have Prey. So as you can see, this is a brand new sealed copy. Picked it up for $5 on clearance over at Walmart. You can't say no to that. I had already played through it. I had a loose copy. I took that out prior to filming because that was still on the shelf. But again, had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, when I saw that I could get a brand new copy for $5, I didn't pass that. We have Psychopaths Mandatory Happiness. Wow, this was a game that trying to get the platinum was a very, very strenuous time. usually these kind of games aren't very difficult to get the platinum. This one took a really long time for dumb reasons. But yeah, like I probably should have followed a strategy guide like from the start, but I didn't. I played through a few times. Interesting story, but the next game is probably my favorite visual novel of all time, Raging Loop. This is an incredible story. Like it's interesting. It makes you think. The ending. Oh man, I really want to talk to people about the ending of this and the game that they play. Like, it's kind of like there's rules to it. It's kind of like very ceremonial. And I really think it would be like a good concept for Among Us if you could have like someone like that's not playing the game that reviews all the actions before. So the imposters would have to like say, hey, I'm going to attack this person. And other people would say, hey, I'm going to try to protect this person. Because there's kind of those rules in Raging Loop. That would be an interesting way to play. It would be really interesting to play Among Us with that. But let's continue on. We got Rise of the Tomb Raider. So this one is it was good. I liked it. I think I had more fun with the first one than this. Like I really don't remember this too much. Like I remember it being like very wintry and stuff like that. But yeah, like I remember the settings. I don't really remember the story too much. I still haven't played the third Tomb Raider in the new reboot Tomb Raider series. We have Ratchet and Clank. So this one, again, I picked this up like very cheap over at GameStop. Had a lot of fun with this. I really kind of should go back and get the platinum on this. We have Red Dead Redemption 2. This was an incredible experience. Very, very vast open world. But a lot of the time, when I play these games that are just so big, it really discourages me from going back, because there's so much to do. Like the platinum, like for me, like it's like so unobtainable. There's so many things I would need to do, so it kind of discourages me from additional playthroughs. But again, like it was a great experience. Resident Evil 2. Oh man, this one was incredible. I absolutely love playing this. Growing up, I think one of my first traumatic experiences was, I was like 5 or 6 years old watching someone play Resident Evil, and I remember that the first zombie just turning his head, and it just it freaked me out so much, and that's something that always like stayed with me. The loading screens where it's looking at like the people, like they're stepping up the stairs. It's just like that always stuck in my mind. So growing up, Resident Evil was something very traumatic for me, but it made me have a connection to the series. So I love going through the Resident Evil games and experiencing the stories. I'm not that good at them. Like I suck at survival horror, but I do have a lot of fun going through the survival horror games. This one made it very it was very comfortable for me to go through this game. So I loved experiencing the story and playing it in a way without the tank controls. So yeah, that was really fun. We have Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. Now I have another Senran Kagura game. It's not going to be on my backlog just because it's in storage right now. So a few of the games that I have completed or on my backlog are still stuck in storage just because of the way that they got packed up, and it's unfortunate, but yeah, that's kind of how it is, because I still don't have enough space on the shelf for all my stuff. But yeah, Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. This was my first Senran Kagura game. I bought it because this absolutely beautiful, interesting box. So all my other PS4 games, you know, around it go like that, and then this one is very unique. And it's just something that I really like having in my collection. These unique boxes with the you know, I think it has like an art book in it and some soundtrack. Yeah, it's really unique, very interesting. I love having it in my collection. We have South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I think I have the platinum on this. This was a fun game. All the South Park games on the PS4, very interesting. Yeah, I would recommend this for fans of South Park. We have Marvel Spider-Man. This was yeah, incredible experience. Got the platinum on this. Highly recommend this one. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, Marvel, all that, definitely recommend that. So coming up, we have some Star Wars games. Let's kind of get through these as fast as possible. Star Wars Battlefront was fun when it came out. Left a lot to be desired, but yeah, I would recommend it. 2020, I don't know. Yeah, people might still play it. Well, I played it in 2020. I don't know what it's going to be like in 2021. Maybe I should do that because a lot of people did view that stream. So maybe we'll do Star Wars Battlefront 2021. Now, Star Wars Battlefront 2, this game, yeah, I'll still hop on this to this day. Absolutely love this game. When they released it, it wasn't in that great of a state. Now it's a lot better. There's still a few things that like I don't like about it, but you know, I easily look past those because of just how amazing playing as a clone trooper is. Like, I absolutely love playing in the Clone Wars era. It's like my favorite thing. So I'm really glad that they finally added that. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Now this is a game that I got from Limited Run Games. So it's still sealed. I had downloaded it well before the physical edition was available. And yeah, I absolutely love this. This was one of those games that had a major impact on my childhood. Yeah, this is a great game. Kind of learn a lot of the history of like how the clone army came to be and stuff like that. Now we have Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, this is a like a remaster, or like a port / remaster. Like, the graphics are, I think, a little bit enhanced, not too much. But yeah, great game. Highly recommend it. Had a lot of fun playing through this, just because, you know, it's very obtainable platinum. So I got the platinum on that. Again, I keep my limited run games sealed because trying to buy them later on is really expensive. Anyway, we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and again, this is an incredible game. Got the platinum on that. So we're going to try to finish this up very soon. I don't know how much memory I have left on my phone, so yeah, trying to get through these as fast as possible. We have Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast. This game, great game, a great classic Star Wars game. Highly recommend that. And we have Star Wars Racer Revenge. I actually like the original a little bit more than this, but still a great game nonetheless. Star Wars Squadrons. It was okay. I played through on the highest difficulty, and that was a nightmare. And then there's some glitches. I hope that those are fixed, but yeah. We have Sword Art Online Lost Song. Very interesting. I love the Sword Art Online games. Love the series. Very interesting. I played through that on the Vita and on the PS4. And then Terminator Resistance. This was an interesting one. Very quick platinum for me. I got the platinum in like a day. Finished it in a day. But it was good. I recommend a playthrough on that. It's probably going to be a little more expensive because it's just hard to find. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Again, this was one of my first PS4 games. Had a lot of fun with this. Highly recommend this one. You have Tom Clancy's The Division. This one I have the platinum on. It took me a long time to actually finish and get the platinum. But once I did, I was very, very glad to be done with it. But yeah, it's interesting. I want to go into The Division 2. I just have to get some friends together and set aside some time for The Division 2. Ghost Recon Wildlands. I was playing through this, trying to finish up and get the platinum. Just streamed it recently. Had a lot of fun. It was a really awesome stream. Had some great conversations with some viewers. But I collected everything that I could. I realized there's trophies that aren't popping for me. So this one's probably going to remain unplatinumed. Yeah, that's the worst when that happens. We have Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. So we're going to go through the Uncharted series as a whole. Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, and Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection. All the Uncharted games, I highly recommend. It's just an amazing franchise. Really love it. Vampire. Vampire is something that, yeah, I would recommend. It's a very interesting story. I streamed this for like during October for Halloween. It was interesting. I'd recommend a playthrough on that. We have The Walking Dead. This is the final season and A New Frontier. So The Walking Dead Telltale games. Very interesting games. Very interesting story. I would highly recommend those as well. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So this one, I have to apologize. I started streaming this like like a year ago, I want to say. It was about a year ago that I started streaming this Witcher 3. And for whatever reason, I wasn't really connecting with the game while I was streaming it. I came back to it, did it without the stream, and I absolutely had a ton of fun with it. It was an amazing experience. I absolutely love this game. While I was streaming it just wasn't really something for me. Maybe it was just because interacting with the audience and stuff like that, reading people's comments. I don't know. Generally, I can do that and enjoy the game still, but for whatever reason with this game, like I like to do things at a slower pace and experience the story in, like at a slower way. And that's not really something that I thought would be fun for stream. So, I was always self-conscious when I was streaming it. So, yeah, it's just an incredible game. You do yourself a favor and play it. Just buy it, play it. Great game. Better than Cyberpunk, I'd say, at least by the reviews. I don't know. I haven't played Cyberpunk, so I can't really speak from experience on that. The Wolf Among Us Telltale series. This was a great game series. Highly recommend this. All right, we're almost done. Last few games. We have Wolfenstein, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. Good game. I'd recommend that. World War Z. Oh man, this is a lot of fun actually. Like I'm surprised how much fun I had with this. Just the hordes of zombies is fun, especially if you have some friends. And then Yakuza, the Yakuza games. Oh man. So Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2. My intro to Yakuza was Yakuza Dead Souls. And Yakuza Dead Souls is like a really random entry into the series. But after I played that, then Yakuza Kiwami was the next one that I played. Had so much fun playing through that. So I started playing Yakuza 0 or Yakuza 2. And now I'm playing Yakuza 0. So yeah, I'd recommend the Yakuza games any day of the week. Right, we have Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip. So yeah, Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip. This was an interesting game. I forget. I think I was gonna try to get the platinum on it, but I kind of lost interest. Again, probably like the viewership on this. Like, again, you're probably going to start the video, and then you probably lost interest somewhere. So most people don't make it to the end. But yeah, so we have Zombieland, Double Tap Road Trip, which was an interesting game. I picked it up because I was like, I don't know how many of these they're going to make. So, you know, it's like, this might have some value. I don't know. I was probably wrong on that, but still, it was an interesting experience. I did stream that and had some fun with that as well. So there we go. Those are my completed games. So that's part 1. Part 2, I have even more games. So stick around for part 2. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Take care, guys. And as always, keep on gaming. Don't forget to leave a comment, a like, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers right now. That would mean the world to me if I could get to 300. If I can get to 400 by the end of 2021, that would be amazing too. At 300, we're going to do some giveaways. I still haven't decided what we're going to give away yet for 300. 400, we're going to give away. Again, every time we hit one of these subscriber goals, we're going to do a giveaway. So I really appreciate everyone who subscribes. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.